I'm going to ask you whether Arsenal are title contenders. They beat Brentford 3-0, and there was a lot of talk about this game because obviously it was the opening game last season. Brentford won it, but we've seen a completely different Arsenal this time around. Mikel Arteta has even said so himself. This is a completely different side. After the game, the Brentford coach, Thomas Frank, said that he thinks that Arsenal are title contenders. Do you think the same?
I think they are at the moment, and it's easy to predict now, and I think we all know that Manchester City are favorites, but I think as it stands right now, the easy answer is yes. Long-term questions are out, of course, because they haven't been this good for such a long time, right? I mean, first time in 6 years that they are at the top of the table. They don't want to give it away, even though there's pressure from everywhere on them. I think they might have been in the first place maybe after one game, I suppose. There's always, I didn't check that, but I think it's good. I think you know, if you look at the progress right now, I think it's no longer progress. It's players believing that they're good enough. Players, I think, in a team that understands that they have a spine right now, which was always missing, and they do have that character. And even if you look at the Thomas Partey coming back after injury into this team, really, you know, I don't want to say flawless, but just about. Granit Xhaka, his role absolutely different. You think of Granit Xhaka and everything he's gone through, walking off slowly off the pitch, of course, and we know his relationship with the fans has been up and down, to say the least. The fact that he's no longer the captain, that may be for the best, right? Because I always felt that he had the pressure of the team as if he needed to do more than he could. He no longer has to do that. There are other players, and that's why he's playing as well as he has been. Gabriel Jesus, absolute leader, even if he doesn't score. His role has been incredible. He's in spots where he finally feels probably like, you know what, Arteta finally told me I'm the man, which was never the case in Manchester City. And I think he knew that wasn't going to be the case, not just because Haaland was coming, but even with Kun Agüero. He's always been secondary, even though he himself felt that he could have done what maybe others are doing right now. It's great coming to the team. I can tell you, not because I've been a forward or at the Premier League level, but I have to imagine that Gabriel Jesus feels 10 feet tall right now because he wants that pressure. He wants to be the player that he is right now, and he's paying Mikel Arteta and Arsenal back.
Yeah, he's playing with, it's the confidence as well that comes with it, doesn't it? His numbers show it. And even just talking about his goals, he's actually it's 7 goal contributions in 7 games. He's top in the Premier League in dribbles completed. This Arsenal side as well, with him in it, it's just so lovely to watch. That's another side of things. I want to talk about Saliba as well, his goal and how seamlessly he has slotted into Premier League football.
Yes, I mean, it's easy to say. I'm sure there's part at Arsenal, the coaching staff says, we told you so. He needed that time, right? You can flip that very easily and say, what took you so long? Because I'm a firm believer, watching him before. We've questioned that last season before. How long? How long do you need to go on loan, especially in a team that's searching for something like that, right? In the past, I mean, when you look at center back situation at Arsenal, even last couple of years, it wasn't great. Yes, it took Gabriel to come into his own, but I think they could have done it. They could have done that a little bit earlier. So again, that spine is taking shape, no questions about that. But I think the key thing is the environment that's created for these players. I think that they are free to perform. There's something to be said about Mikel Arteta, the sort of player he was, and also when he was in Manchester City next to Pep Guardiola. Because I'll come back very briefly to Gabriel Jesus once again. He's given license. I think Arteta says, show me how good you are. No restrictions here. I think there were restrictions on him at Manchester City because there's not that Arsenal do not want to combine and then there isn't a scheme like at Manchester City, but I think there's a lot more freedom, as you see with Haaland. Gabriel Jesus is a different player, saying, yes, dribble when you feel like it. Do the things that make you feel comfortable. And that's, I think I could say that about almost anybody on that pitch. Because even, you know, I look at Fabio Vieira coming in, and look, I mean, Odegaard's not there, which we thought was going to be a big blow. And he comes, scores a wonderful goal, and looks
amazing.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.